I'm going to Japan to look at low emission technology using Australian coal.
High quality Australian coal combined with low emissions technology improves efficiencies and keeps energy costs down.
40% から45% まで効率が上がっております。
Countries like Japan have affordable and reliable power using low emissions coal.
If new power stations with low emissions coal are already working so well around the world, you have to wonder why we're not doing it here.
Authorised by G. Evans ACA Low Emissions Technologies Limited, Brisbane.
The pet pollen and dust particles that trigger your hay fever can feel like they're lurking everywhere. And there can be thousands of them. Fortunately, there's fast, powerful, non-drowsy Claritine. It relieves symptoms triggered by thousands of allergenic particles. So for fast, powerful, non-drowsy hay fever relief, choose Claritine and live Claritine clear.
Father Tony worked 6 days a week with his 7 employees, and by leaving his small business thanks to me, he can enjoy 8 more hours of beekeeping. At H&R Block, we're fascinated by numbers. Book an appointment today.
A police officer has managed to save his own life by wrapping a tourniquet around a gunshot wound after he was attacked during a traffic stop. New video released in the US shows just how close he and his partner came to death. And we warn some viewers may find the vision confronting.
It was meant to be a routine traffic stop on a Pennsylvania highway. Police handing the driver a ticket for speeding, then putting him through a shaky roadside sobriety test.
Come over here. Don't place your hands behind your back.
When the police try to arrest the driver, he resists. He even tries to grab an officer's gun as they attempt to wrestle him to the ground.
I got him. Keep the taser on.
Firing with their tasers, the officers struggle to hold him and the driver breaks free. Reaching into his car, he grabs a firearm and pulls the trigger. It's a roadside shootout. One officer is hit 3 times, but manages to scramble over a road barrier as the driver continues firing out the rear window. And despite suffering a gunshot wound, escapes, taking himself to hospital. Both police officers survived. The 22-year-old driver has been found guilty of attempted murder. In the United States, Lizzie Pearl, NBN News.
Saudi Arabia says it will investigate an airstrike in Yemen which destroyed a school bus, killing at least 29 children. The United Nations has called for a thorough and transparent investigation. 10,000 people have died during the 3-year conflict between the Saudi-led military coalition and Iranian-backed rebels. This boat, carrying almost 2 tons of cocaine, just couldn't escape a Mexican Navy helicopter. Those on board eventually gave up, driving the vessel up onto the sand and abandoning their shipment as the chopper started to land. Navy officers seized the drugs. 1 man has since been arrested. The maker of popular weed killer Roundup has been ordered to pay a school groundskeeper dying of cancer $400 million. A court in San Francisco found that a herbicide in the product contributed to Dwayne Johnson's terminal illness. Chemical giant Monsanto has denied the link and says it will appeal the landmark ruling. More than 50,000 people have been stranded after Ryanair crews went on strike across Europe. Almost 400 flights were grounded as staff in Ireland, Germany, Sweden, Belgium and the Netherlands staged a 24-hour walkout. Pilots are pushing for better pay and conditions. It's set to smash real estate records across the globe. A slice of the Los Angeles skyline, new to the market, a huge undeveloped piece of one of the wealthiest suburbs in America. The price tag, an eye-watering $1 billion.
Welcome to The Mountain, Beverly Hills 90210. High above one of the richest postcodes in the world, with views for days.
So you could build your little lookout up here or something?
You know, you're going to obviously have your compound over there. And this, we think, is going to be a romantic spa. You're going to hang out.
This slice of Los Angeles doesn't come with a mansion, a pool, a tennis court, or even a shed, but it's on the market for $1 billion US, making it the most expensive piece of residential real estate on the planet.
Starts, at the tip over there where you can see the San Gabriel and San Fernando valleys, and it goes all the way down there. It's 157 acres of obviously beautiful manicured grounds. You see everything in all of Los Angeles. There's not one part of LA you don't see. 360-degree view.
The acreage is zoned to be carved into 6, but the agents say they've had interest from potential buyers to put a down payment on the whole thing.
We've had a lot of billionaires reach out to us, and they've wanted to do massive gardens, amphitheaters, pretty much whatever somebody wants to do, they can do. It really is the last amazing, undeveloped property here.
Outrageous prices are nothing new in LA, where living the lifestyle of the rich and famous is almost a sport. Last year, agent Aaron Kerman moved around $500 million in property, selling to the rich and super rich.
So I know a lot of the billionaires and multimillionaires, and they know that I have access to the right people.
In the 1970s, this piece of land was owned by Shams Pahlavi, an Iranian princess and the sister of the last Shah of Iran. In 1987, talk show host Merv Griffin bought it before selling on to Herbalife founder Mark Hughes and family in the 90s. It sort of is a bit of a status symbol, isn't it? Because you're up high, you can look down on all the other billionaires.
This is the ultimate status symbol. This is above one of the most expensive residential areas in the country. Beverly Park is right there, and you literally are staring down at $100-200 million properties.
With around 2,000 billionaires across the globe, the Buyers Club is a small one. Amazon's Jeff Bezos has cash to spare. Despite recent hefty losses, Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg does too. Business magnate Elon Musk has got the funds, as well Australia's richest person, Gina Rinehart. And although it would put a dent in his fortune, James Packer could afford it too. But there is one clear winner from any sale of this billion-dollar baby. If you do sell it for $1 billion, what's in it for you? What's the commission?
A good salesman always, as a good salesman, I've always learned never count my commission before I get it. So we definitely don't do that, but it would be a nice payday for sure.
In Beverly Hills, Los Angeles, Lizzie Pearl, NBN News.
Gaming gods will head to Melbourne next month for the biggest video game playoff ever held in Australia. Rod Laver Arena is the host venue for the Esports Open, a showcase of what's fast becoming a lucrative business.
It's the virtual competition blowing up in the real world. Professional video gamers, or e-sport athletes, are part of the fastest growing competition on Earth. And next month, these sort of scenes are coming to Melbourne.
The Melbourne Esports Open is going to be absolutely biblical. It's it's probably the biggest esports event in Australian history.
A $67,000 prize is up for grabs for players of Overwatch, a shooting game. 20-year-old Max from Elstonwick is already in training with his team.
6 players that play a fair few hours every night or 5 nights a week. Then a coach who works on strategy for us, manager who works on all the scrim or practice booking for us. So it's a pretty big deal.
Gaming is no longer confined to dark arcades, but that's where we find journalist Stephanie Bent-Dixon for an esports road showdown of our own.
Can you see me?
Let's do it, all right. For an esports road showdown of our own.
Can you see me?
Let's do it, all right. Esports isn't all fun and games. It's a billion-dollar business.
Can you make a living as a video gamer?
You sure can. You have to be pretty good.
The elite players make 6-figure salaries, with revenue coming from broadcast rights and live event ticketing.
I think a lot of people think that because video games are played online and it's very digital, that people would consume it entirely online, but it's not the case. Just like traditional sport, people want to be around other people that are passionate about the game that they love.
The Melbourne Esports Esports Open also shows the versatility of Rod Laver Arena. In recent weeks, this space has hosted the likes of Celine Dion and John Farnham. But come September, everybody in here will be transported to the centre of the video games universe. So get practising. From September 1st, it's game on. Seb Costello, NBN News.
Well, from esports to more traditional sports, Sam Djodan joins us. And how did the Panthers perform without Anthony Griffin, Sam?
They won, but they did it tough. Thank you, Jane. After the break, Penrith beats the Gold Coast in a golden point thriller. And Ivan Cleary opens up about his future.
Okay, Australia, let's get to it. Let's think it, build it, make it happen. Test it, push it, make it tougher, make it smarter. Because when we work smarter, we all go further. You're not just another worker, and this is not just another truck. Ford Ranger, now with a 5-year unlimited kilometre warranty.
Okay, mate, so me and your sister are kind of a thing.
That's spicy.
Thought you'd be mad. Rather delicious.
New spicy chicken McNuggets, now at Macca's. Enjoy a deliciously spicy moment while you can.
For us, like many Australians, owning our very own home is a dream come true.
For many, these dreams are only made possible by mortgage brokers, helping Australians secure finance for more than half of all home loans every year.
They've given us freedom of choice and the opportunity to find a fairer deal.
Your broker keeps lenders competitive, helping you realise your potential.
Your mortgage broker, behind your dreams and your home loan.
Look close. Withers is making no sugar added caramels that are so smooth, rich and creamy. You won't believe they're no sugar added.